Having a Kundali in your pocket, in your phone, in your tablet will come handy, because whenever there is a transit and you are watching such videos, you can directly go to your horoscope and check how it is related to your own horoscope. How is the Dasha Mahadasha right now running in your life? And for that you can book a Kundali PDF report, which is an elaborate report, a system generated 300 plus pages report, which caters to your need of all the astrology data. It feeds you with not only your basic charts but also detailed Shodash work chart, divisional charts, all the types of Dasha, Mahadasha, Antardashas, and also an overview of 10 years of your life with current year predictions. This gives you a great guidance and a bird's eye view of your life in the future, how the future holds for you, and you can decide for yourself whether you want to take that step that you are thinking of. So book your Kundali PDF today and keep the destiny in your own hands. You will get a bonus numerology section if you book our detailed Kundali PDF. For more types of PDF reports catering to different yogas, catering to all the 20-year analysis, 10-year analysis, check out the website. Let's now start the analysis of the Graha Yuddha. Now, if you see for Leo, for Pisces, Aquarius, for Mercury, which is Gemini and Virgo, and Taurus and Libra, these are the zodiac signs that are actually impacted. For everybody else, it's pretty much normal. But you can see that if I consider 4 planets, I am taking 7 zodiac sign, 7 ascendant or 7 moon sign in consideration. But let me tell you, these are the moon signs which are impacted the most. Now, what happens with Leo as an ascendant or moon sign? You will try to make things go your way, but you are also watching, if you're a Leo moon sign, Saturn going in your 8th house. So the uncertainties or anxieties may increase, and to counter that, you need to show that you are humble, you are progressive, and you are being calm and composed in your life. If you try to, attack too much, if you try to become too aggressive or show a lot of power, this can result into a lot of resistance and health issues, especially health issues related to bones, health issues related to lower back, health issues related to your feet and muscles. And also this, for Leo, this can create fight with father-in-law, fight with authorities, unnecessary quarrels, unnecessary delays can happen. So what should you do? Patience is the key here. Now, because Saturn is getting combusted by the sun, definitely Aquarius will be impacted because it's happening on your ascendant, and which means there is going to be an inner battle, personality change. A lot of questions will be asked, that who you are, why things are the way they are. But when the time comes to take an action, you will see that you are not prepared enough. You have overlooked few points or overlooked few flags. Now that can be a mistake. So a thorough revision is necessary in your case, especially Aquarius. You will also see that you will be overwhelmed by the authority that is being imposed over you. There can be issues and challenges related to your father's health, starting 12th of March 2025. Also, this is not a great time to focus on the ego, focus on showing the strength. Rather, it may be a time where you may take certain decisions that are imposed on you, and later on you may regret taking those decisions. So play carefully and play smart here. Be defensive at this point. Now for Capricorn, the ascendant lord is in the 2nd house. It is getting combust from the sun, which is your 8th house, because Leo rules your 8th house. So which means there can be financial challenges and fear of the health of a family member. Now, not necessarily things are really bad right now, but when Sun and Saturn is colliding, your 2nd and 8th lord are colliding in your 2nd house. There can be war or fight or verbal spat related to inheritance. There can be a war between your family and your in-laws family. So if you don't want that, try to maintain the status of diplomacy and not initiate a conversation that can put you in trouble. Now for Taurus, This is happening in your 11th house, but now the energies are shifting to your income house, because now we are dealing with Venus energies. When Venus is retrograde and it collides with Mercury, you will reconsider a lot of financial decisions. But you will have to be careful, because while you are reconsidering those decisions, you might feel empowered, and because the 10th house hosts Sun and Saturn, this can create job loss, this can create career tensions, this can create a lot of insecurity, or maybe you are seeing somebody getting successful and now you are questioning yourself why you are not equivalent to them. Why is your growth not the same? So there can be 100 type of variations that can happen. End result is that it will impact your career. Also, trusting someone from your network circle too much is bad for you. But if you want to expand your business, if you want to expand horizon, if you want to bring in new product, if you want to restructure your organization, this can be a very good time. Now for the sign of Libra, this is happening in your 6th house. Now when things are in the 6th house, Venus is in a very weird position here. Because for Libra, if Venus becomes exalted, Venus goes in the 6th house, which is the Maranakaraka sthan. Venus goes retrograde, now there is Mercury. Mercury is your 12th lord. So Buddha is causing Vipreet Rajyog. But this Vipreet Rajyog is being caused or will only fructify if you give up the comforts and if you try to serve. 6th house is the house to serve. If you try to heal, so this is the time to heal, rejuvenate, taking things into your own hand and focusing on serving, fitting the space rather than extracting the results. Now is not the time to extract the result. Now is the time to fight the challenge that is given to you, because Sun and Saturn is fighting a war in your 5th house, which means your knowledge is being questioned, your faith is being questioned, you will not be able to express, and this is going to impact relationship and marriage the most, and this can hurt your health also. So be careful. In this case, try to be as quiet as possible and try to live a life where you are more holistic, more on the recovery, not on the profit. You focus on balancing the equation and focusing on the recovery, whether financial or health. Lastly, for Gemini, this is happening in the 10th house, because your ascendant Lord Mercury is debilitated with Venus going into a Graha Yuddha in the 10th house. In this case, you might get into a position where you are either too comfortable that you are accepting whatever is given to you, or you are too uncomfortable and rejecting everything. So it will happen in either of the extreme depending upon your Venus and Mercury in your birth chart. So my recommendation is that don't allow the Mars, which is sitting on your head, because Mars is in Gemini, to completely force you to fight or give up. Try to find a middle path here. See if there is a third solution to the problem that you are in. Going all out is not a choice, because 9th house Sun and Saturn means your actions may go against the path of dharma. This is the time to go for justice. So Gemini will get justice in their life, whether it is marriage, whether if you deserve something you will get it. It can be promotion, it can be a job, it can be a career related victory. But don't forget that Rahu is sitting in your 10th house ready to confuse you. You will feel that you don't have resources, or you will feel that desperation kicking in. Don't become desperate, otherwise you will commit mistakes. Assuming that you have the right, you will misunderstand your right and you will do something that you might regret later on. You might break some rules which will be costly to you. And then for Virgo, this is happening in your 7th house. The problem with Virgo is that Ketu is sitting on your 1st house. And if it is happening in the 7th house, what is happening? Rahu, Mercury, Venus conjunction. And then Sun and Saturn in the 6th house, which means you might get into problems related to employees, structure, roles. You might be overwhelmed. You might have to sacrifice a lot of things. And especially if you are a Virgo moon sign, then this can create a situation where quitting something, a habit, giving up a role or responsibility is actually a good thing in your case. This can actually give you a lot of room to work with. Marriage can be a thing which you need to focus on quietly and peacefully. And this is not a time to fight with juniors, fight with people who report to you, or do something that can create a tension in the workspace, especially if you deal with hard-working labor, or if you are into people management. You need to be very, very careful. So if you're an HR, be careful. But on the other hand, new opportunities will come, in fact, for you. Because Sun and Saturn in the 6th house shows justice through hard work. And if you are already working hard, if you have given too much in your life, now you might get it back. So it's a slightly different kind of energy for Virgo. A 7th house Mercury and retrograde Venus only means there will be a lot of distractions in front of you. Your hope and ambitions can go skyrocket. It can just go too high, and you need to remain grounded and be practical. So grounding meditation will work best for you. Now for all other zodiac signs, the ones related to Moon, Mars and Jupiter, the remaining 5, will face natural energy shift. And for you, the recommendation will be to stay focused and not discuss your matters randomly with anybody. Try to be as dharmic as possible, as spiritual as possible, and avoid any kind of food or diet combination that can make you fall sick, because your immunity may be compromised. For Jupiter zodiac signs, you will be experiencing things that will make you either very comfortable or uncomfortable. Again, for you, there can be a little bit of desperation. Why? Because, well, Mercury and Venus is colliding in Pisces. So Pisces is also something that will see a lot of, I will say, in-depth analysis. Some things that makes you happy will no longer make you happy. And you will see there is a personality change or attitude change for you. Sagittarius will see that suddenly their hopes, their comfort zone is changing. Their plans are changing. The Cancer zodiac sign might experience health challenges because a lot is happening in your 8th house. Sun and Saturn collision in 8th house means you need to be careful with your investments, with words of the people. You cannot trust anybody. And with Aries and Scorpio, it's Martian energy. And for Aries, it's happening in the 11th and 12th house, so be careful about your expense. And for Scorpio, it is happening in your 4th and 5th house. So matters related to asset, inheritance, real estate, you need to be careful. But otherwise, a simple balancing of the energy is good enough for you to manage these energies. I hope this helps. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, namaste.